Alright, so a lot of you may have seen oversized natties being made before and everything, and I wasn't actually going to do this on camera, as usually it's just a bit hard trying to film the whole process and everything. But then I thought, I've got a new sort of frame design that I want to try out, and so I may as well film it and document the journey of making it. And so what I've done, I've literally just cut one side off here. I was a bit disappointed it hasn't got that much grain so far, but hopefully when we cut down the other side, then we should be getting a bit more grain out of there. But then over the weekend, I had some spare time and couldn't make any catties as I was away, so I decided to draw up some plans. And I ideally what I want to make is one of these two. After my last video shooting TTF, I kind of like it a fair bit now, but then obviously I still like OTT. So I'm going to try and make an OTT TTF / frame, but then we're going to have some palm swell grips coming off. So very much like the Centrist and Shenanigans, sort of his style frames. But it's going to be TTF, OTT. I'm not sure which one yet. I may even completely scrap the design. It's most likely going to be this one, the stubbier one. So it's almost like a very glorified wasp stinger. And then we're just going to take that, and then I might, if I have, like, obviously I have another oversized one here, which it will be another day. Then maybe if I can cut this one down. There you go. If I can cut this one down, then I might, like, turn it into one of them or one of them, an OTT one with palm swell grips again. So that's not a definite, that is a definite. That's the same wood that I made my bulldog out of, and my bulldog has a good grain in it. So in theory, if we cut it down, we should have some decent grain. Cut that, then I've got to find a nice bit of wood to use as the palm swell bits, which I've got an idea of what I might do, but I'm not entirely sure if that will work yet. But we're just going to go ahead and take it outside and cut down the other side of this. Literally just a handsaw. You don't need power tools for this. I might use like a orbital sander just to sand it, as I've got some pretty sort of deep bits in there. I tried to hand sand it and it's just taking too long and I can't be asked. But we're not doing a hand tools only challenge, so I'm just going to hit that with a power sander, sand that flat, cut that down, sand that flat as well, and then draw on our template and then take it to the bandsaw and cut ourselves out a design. That's actually got some nice grain on that. Now we went a bit offline at the bottom, so it's a lot thinner at the bottom than it is at the top. But because of the palm swell, we should be able that shouldn't make that much of a difference. And that was 9 minutes and 40 seconds to cut that, which is probably gonna look like 30 seconds on camera. That is like 9 minutes 40 seconds of some very concerning things in the way of the saw blade, but you know, what is health and safety? It is actually quite a bit off on like every angle it could be, but I've never done it like without a vise. But I've somehow stripped the threads in my little vise. Normally I clamp it in the vise and it just glides through and I can get a whole one done in 10 minutes. But yeah, I took a lot of slipping until it finally got going. But it's a bit thin actually. I could definitely use, I'll go use this for like parts and a frame there. They're going to scrap, but this is what we want. I'm going to sand that down with the orbital sander and then draw a template and trace it onto it. So we're at the yard, we've got the bandsaw, we got this, and we've got ourselves orbital sander with 120 grit on it, and then we got some, I think 180 there. We'll just go over it after, just make it a little bit smoother. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to hit that until it's nice and smooth. There you go, look at that, a couple minutes with the sander. I'm pretty sure the camera cut out, but yeah, look at that, it's literally perfect. I'm not even going to hit it with anything more than 240. We've got like some little voids here and a knot here. It's not 100% perfect, but hand sanding is going to take care of that. Done both sides up to where I need it, don't need to worry about the tops or too far down the bottom. But yeah, it feels nice. There's like obviously a couple very small little divots. That's all going to come out once I cut it and have hand sand in, but I really like the grain on this. This is going to be an absolute beaut. And this is the template that I've drawn up, 90mm wide. And then I'm just going to sort of lay it on there in a way that it's going to catch a lot of the grain even. And then I'm just going to draw it on, hit it with this, and there's my pen, and just cut it out. Yeah, I'm just going to draw it out now, and then I need to go all the way back down, get the extension lead so I can plug in my bandsaw. Right, there we go, we got a template drawn. It's not the nicest template, but I've tried to do it the way it captures like most of the grain. We don't have to worry about this bottom bit, but there I reckon that looks pretty smart to me. I'm just going to set up the camera now and then time lapse me cutting this out. This is why I came inside. I started the video outside, but it's started absolutely lashing it down. I wanted to get a stick it out, but it's starting getting a little bit too wet. But now, as you may have noticed, I always overcut my fork tips a little bit, just so I can make sure the measurements are right, and then hit them on that, and that makes them perfectly flat and square and everything. Oh, bless me. Right, that's from all the dusting, because I'm in a room. But yeah, we're going to do that. I can't decide, I might time lapse it yet, you'll find out. Right, there we go. So we got it all sanded down. Everything's square. All the fork tips are square, slightly rounded. And then obviously all of this stuff, all that stuff, all the actual shaping, I have to wait till I get home to do with my Dremel. But I'd say what actually feels pretty nice once it's all like that. And it's going to feel much better once it's sanded out, I reckon. But when OTT, I reckon I want to be holding it up top like this. Hence why I sort of left it a little bit rounded. But I really like the way the grain pattern is on this. But now I'm going to get myself up a set of things to go on the bottom here. It's like a palm swell. And I've got a few different types of wood, and I'm literally just going to start cutting out little cookie sized disc things until I find one with a nice grain that'll go well with this wood and contrast really nicely against it. Right, so I've cut the ends of these two. This is the first one, a slightly smaller stick. So it's got a nice spotted pattern, but it's quite a dull colour. I'm not sure how well that grain will come out. Actually, hold on. Yeah, that's it wet. That doesn't look too bad, but I'm not entirely sure on that. And then, now this one, this is literally a stick I found in the firewood pile, and I was extremely shocked at this after a bit of sanding. Couple voids, I can always fill them in, but then that's dry as well, and then when it's wet, it really, really does bring out the colour and the grain in it. So I reckon I'm going to go with this, because that is going to look gorgeous on the bottom of there. Literally gonna have to cut more ones, ideally level, and then stick them on either side, I reckon. Now, only someone who truly works with wood will look at that and think that is beautiful. 2 pieces, 2 discs, sanded nicely, good thickness each. And they've both got a few little holes in, you can see daylight through. But we're going to fill them in with a nice, I might actually do like a bright blue thing. No, I am taking a lot of inspiration from Slingshots and Shenanigans for this, and I just want to thank him if he is watching this. You're a great inspiration of mine. You've been a big inspiration for a very long time, and I love your videos. And yeah, this is where we've come to. As you can see, they both fit on there. It fits on there pretty good, and I don't really know what I should do here. I don't really know if I just literally just glue them both on like that and then sand them afterwards, which is what I might do. I might like trying to line, because they both have a slightly pointy side. Once I've lined them up, like I can show you, but they both have like that sort of point on there. There we go. Like, similar like that. So I might like trying to line that going up there. But also then again, we've got to watch out for the grain pattern. I've got to try and pick which grain pattern goes up, which grain goes down. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and then glue that and everything off camera, then come back and show you what I've done. Right, so we're back home, we've got the Catty, and I just started a little bit with the Dremel as I put new sandpaper on it, just to see what we're doing. It is ripping away material fast. So I've got to be very careful of that, but I'm just going to start making it all even. Put bits in there so it just feels a bit better, like that. Then I'm obviously just got to start sort of shaping the whole thing down. I'm going to clear out these with those little diamond bits back there. And clear out them, put some bang grooves in it. And just sort of go around it. And then it's onto the hand sanding to get out all of those little lines, which I'm not looking forward to. But what makes the finished project look good, so it has to be done. Alright, so I've got the majority of the hand sanding done. I just need to go through the grains now. I've only gone it through 120. Got them out, need to refine them a bit more as well. But it's looking and feeling extremely comfortable as it is. See, there's a few more bits I need to get through. That feels very comfortable right there. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put bang grooves in now. And mix up some stuff to put in there. And in there. Alright, there we go, it's all done, all varnished up. I might put a couple more coats of varnish on it, but I absolutely love the way this frame feels. Going to be shooting OTT, that's what I'm a little bit more confident with as I'm going out. No warm-up shots, nothing. But the colours have came out absolutely amazingly. I love this frame, the way it feels, the fact it's kind of small, it fits in your pocket nicely. It's an absolutely gorgeous frame, feels amazing, grain looks incredible. But yeah, definitely going to put a few more coats of varnish on it later on, I reckon. But for now, let's head out, see if we can get ourselves dinner. There we go, first ever shot with this natural. First ever round fired out of it. I've had no warm-up shots with this, nothing. I literally just slapped some bands on it. Got out and look at that for placement. No nerving, nothing. That is the perfect spot right there. And that's first one in the bag for dinner. With this absolutely gorgeous homemade natural. It's really comfortable to shoot as well, fits in the hand nicely. As you can see, is incredibly accurate. Well then, that's our dinner right there. There we have it. We have proved that this frame is in fact deadly. I was only able to get the one out. There wasn't much out today. I think it may be because of the wind and the weather. But yeah, that's 0.55 precise, tapered 25-15, and 8mm steel, sniper sling pouch. I think it's sniper sling. I'm not entirely sure, but they're 20mm tips, TTF and OTT. Thin tip, 90mm oval diameter. And I've got some TTF bands, which I made at this one at 0.5 GZK, I'm pretty sure. And I chuck them on it, do some shooting off camera and stuff, as I'm quite intrigued to see how this shoots TTF wise. But I couldn't believe that. It's still literally a scrap piece of wood out of the firewood pile. It had this sort of pattern on it, this stuff down there, and then the oversized log I found in a fallen tree absolutely months ago. It got lost and pushed to the back of my bed. But that was literally, I made this entire frame in one day. And then, well, I made it all yesterday. And then I was doing all the varnish on it overnight and stuff and letting it dry fully before taking it out. But, it's my next project, sneak peek. Right there. But, yeah, this is this is one of my, arguably the favourite slingshot I've ever made. Literally the best slingshot I've ever made in my opinion. Really, it feels incredible in the hand as well. It feels good OTT like that, because I like holding it close to the bands. And then even TTF, I haven't put TTF bands on it yet, but just holding it like that, it just feels really nice and looks incredible, fits in the hand amazing. And yeah, definitely going to be shooting this a lot more, hopefully. And I hope you liked it, and yeah, let me know in the comments what sort of videos you'd like to see in the future. Thank you very much for watching.